The Starlight echoes Chapter 3. The light still shines. The morning sun hit the aisles of Green Hills Hardware and Home with a brightness that felt like a fresh start. For most residents, it was just a Saturday spent looking for mulch or light bulbs, but for the group walking through the automatic sliding doors, it was a mission of the highest priority. Shadow walked slightly behind Tom, his eyes darting toward the ceiling and the heavy-duty shelving. After the night in the attic, the sharp, jagged edges of his personality seemed to have been sanded down, replaced by a quiet, wide-eyed curiosity.
"All right, Shadow,"
Tom said, grabbing a large orange cart.
"First things first. If you're living in that room, you need a bed that isn't a collection of Sonic's old gym blankets. You saw his race car bed, right?"
It is aerodynamic.
Shadow remarked, though his mind was clearly elsewhere.
"Well, we're not doing a car for you,"
Sonic chimed in, zip-blurring from the garden section back to the furniture aisle with a handful of paint swatches.
"You need something that fits the ultimate life-form vibe. Look!"
They turned the corner into the custom furniture display, and there it was. It wasn't a standard rectangle. It was a custom-carved crescent moon-shaped bed frame, finished in a deep matte midnight blue. The curve of the moon acted as a protective backrest, lined with plush charcoal padding, and the points of the crescent reached upward as if cradling whoever lay within it. The moment Shadow saw it, the ultimate life-form mask didn't just crack, it vanished. His eyes widened, sparkling with a raw, childlike wonder that he usually kept buried under layers of trauma and duty. A slow, genuine smile spread across his face, lighting up his features in a way that made him look remarkably like the brother Sonic had always wanted. He didn't try to hide it. He didn't cross his arms or scowl. He looked happy.
The moon.
Shadow whispered, stepping forward to run his gloved hand along the smooth, curved wood.
It's perfect.
"I figured since we spent so much time chatting on the real one, you might like a piece of it down here,"
Sonic said, leaning his elbow on the side of the bed, his chest puffing out with pride at Shadow's reaction. Shadow turned to Tom and Maddie, his emotions worn openly on his sleeve. There was no more suspicion, no more calculated distance.
You would truly give this to me? A place to rest that is shaped by my own memories.
In this family, Shadow, your memories matter,
Maddie said, stepping up to ruffle the fur between his ears, a gesture he didn't even try to dodge this time.
And we're not done yet. We still have to find the stars.
Yes,
Shadow said, his voice bright and eager, losing all of its raspy grit.
the stars. I want the ceiling to vanish. I want to see the light that still shines even in the dark.
Tom chuckled, pushing the cart forward.
"Then let's hit the lighting aisle. I think they have those extra strength glow-in-the-dark ones that stay lit for hours."
For the rest of the trip, Shadow was the one leading the charge. He picked out a soft, silver-threaded comforter that looked like stardust and pointed out a set of LED strips that could mimic the glow of a nebula. Every time he added something to the cart, he glanced at Tom and Sonic with a look of pure, unfiltered joy, finally letting himself believe that the winter was truly over. The drive back from the hardware store was surprisingly quiet, but not the tense, heavy silence of a few days ago. Shadow sat in the back of the truck, his eyes fixed on the boxes of glowing stars and the wrapped pieces of the crescent moon bed. He looked like someone who had just discovered a new color and was still trying to figure out how to describe it. When they pulled into the driveway, Shadow didn't wait for Tom to start unloading. He hopped out of the truck, his movement a blur of black and crimson, and stood at the tailgate. He looked at Tom, who was reaching for the heavy wooden frame of the bed.
Ramen, Tom.
Shadow corrected himself, his voice soft but clear. Tom paused, his hand resting on the tailgate.
"Yes, Shadow."
Shadow looked at his own gloved hands, then up at the man he had once attacked out of a misplaced sense of vengeance.
The bed. The stars. You did not have to do this. I have provided no service to your household to warrant such a gesture. I have only brought complication.
Tom let out a short, warm chuckle and stepped closer, meeting Shadow's gaze.
"Shadow, we don't buy things for our kids because they provide a service. We do it because we want them to feel like they belong here. You've been through enough complications to last 10 lifetimes. Consider this the beginning of the easy part.
Shadow's chest tightened, but for once it wasn't a tactical alert. It was the feeling of a wall finally crumbling to dust.
Thank you.
He said, and the words didn't feel like a weakness. They felt like a bridge. The next 4 hours were a whirlwind of activity that would have made a professional construction crew dizzy.
Okay, Knuckles, steady!
Sonic shouted, standing on top of his own race car bed to get a better vantage point. Knuckles was currently holding the massive crescent moon headboard over his head with one hand while trying to align a screw with the other.
I am steady, Blue One. This moon shall be as immovable as the mountains of Mobius.
Tails was in the corner, his twin tails spinning to keep him hovering near the ceiling as he meticulously mapped out a scientifically accurate nebula using the LED strip Shadow had picked out.
If we angle the blue lights at 45 degrees, they'll reflect off the silver in the comforter and look like a real star cluster.
Shadow, however, was focused on the most important task. He stood on a stepladder, a box of glow-in-the-dark stars cradled in his arm. He didn't just stick them up at random. He placed them with careful, reverent precision, mapping out the exact constellations he had seen through the window with Maria all those years ago.
Hey, Shadow!
Sonic said, zipping up to the ladder and handing him a fresh sheet of adhesive stars.
You want the big one right over the pillow? Like the North Star?
Shadow took the star, his eyes reflecting the soft light of the room.
No, this one goes here.
He said, placing it in a specific spot toward the edge of the ceiling.
It represents the light that reaches us long after the source is gone.
Maddie walked in with a tray of juice boxes and sandwiches, stopping to admire the transformation. The attic no longer felt like a storage space for a lonely hedgehog. With the crescent moon bed nestled in the corner and the ceiling slowly filling with a glowing galaxy, it looked like a sanctuary. By the time the sun went down and Tom helped tighten the final bolt on the bed, the room was unrecognizable.
All right, hit the lights, Tails!
Tom called out. The room plunged into darkness, and for a split second, everyone held their breath. Then the ceiling came alive. Hundreds of stars glowed with a soft, ethereal green light, reflecting off the silver-threaded bedding and the deep blue of the crescent moon. The nebula lights pulsed slowly, casting a gentle violet hue over the room. Shadow stood in the center of the attic, looking up. His face was bathed in the fake starlight, and for the first time, the ultimate life form looked completely at peace. He climbed into the crescent moon bed, feeling the plush charcoal padding wrap around him like a shield.
How is it?
Sonic asked, leaning against the bed frame. Shadow let out a long, slow breath, his eyes fixed on the glowing constellations above.
It is as if the sky has forgiven me.
He whispered.
The light, it still shines.